2 out of the 4 runners deciding to do the correct choice in playing with Japanese text. And we're off. Thanks to Fiesel for syncing up the stream source. And it looks like not a single of the runners is playing with Moonfall. What a shame. So Rumpus, any predictions on the first item we're gonna have here? Alright, and it looks like we're first item E-Tank. I personally really like E-Tank as a first item. Gives you a little bit of leeway. Can take a little bit of extra damage to your early game. If people decide to go for Brinstar early, it's also going to be pretty nice. The damage they're going to face there is pretty high, and with only 0 tanks this is going to be pretty hard. Darko now also getting the D-boost up to Mothball. Total and Ivan pretty much in sync right now, both having a missile and a power bomb pack. And the power bomb pack is going to become really handy, always nice when you get that so early. Kind of a shame when it's get kind of delayed, because you can't check less minors, and if it's get like really heavily delayed to like after Brinstar, you're going to have to do quite a bunch of backtracking. Total getting rewarded for his little side trip here. Getting super missiles before Ivan. And even though it's unlikely, those might be the only available early super missiles, so it's definitely not a bad choice to pick those up. Looks like Firebreaker also got those, as well as Darko. So Ivan so far pretty much the only one without supers. Let's hope that this is not going to backfire on him.
Yeah, that could definitely give Total a big advantage if Ivan doesn't get any supers early on.
And we have vanilla bombs. Oh, and Ivan doesn't have super missiles, so this fight is going to be a lot slower for him than it's going to be for the others. Oh, and Total getting another super pack. So yeah, this is probably the most vanilla boss fight you'll ever see. This randomizer, BT with only missiles.
You got him in the weird pattern, throwing the sonic booms.
Oh yeah, that's pretty rare. Firebreaker and Darko pretty much neck and neck right now. Total and Ivan here, a little high five. Total is gonna be not too happy to see this boss fight coming up for him, but he has super, so he can end this within a second. Ivan might only be saving or refilling at the ship, but Maybe we're gonna see some route diversions later on here. Maybe checking Gauntlet, which he
I think he's
can
gonna
get
check
in and
Gauntlet.
out. Yeah, with the bombs, he will not have any problem with soft logging there. Can get the items, eventually 2 extra miners if he decides to go the left path. So that's definitely pretty good for him.
Right, even if there isn't even a good major there, he could probably get has a good chance of getting supers.
That is very true. He definitely wants those. In total, with that faster bomb tourism fight, already pretty close behind Ivan again. Darko and Firebreaker are both deciding not to go into the direction of Gauntlet, but just going to Terminator right away. And for them, Windstar cleanup is going to come up soon.
Darko picking up another E-Tank and Terminator. Firebreaker right behind him.
Totally deciding to use these bombs early. Oh, and Ivan resetting over the Gauntlet item. So he does not want those extra 2 miners, but is just gonna go to Terminator the normal way now. Wonder if Total's gonna do the same. He has already 2 supers, so he would technically not need those extra miners, but definitely an interesting choice by Ivan here. We don't know if there are like any accessible supers in Windstar just yet, so Darko is gonna clean that up for us right now. But so far, none. And Total
Yeah,
also
he reset too.
Definitely a nice amount of time save right there. Alright, yeah, there is super missile pack for Darko, so Ivan is definitely not gonna run into the problem of not having any.
Yeah, he'll
Still
definitely
gonna
pick that up.
Yeah, still a little bit behind. Has definitely a lot less tries for the upcoming Blue Gate glitch, the Pink Brimstone, than Total has, or the others have. Ooh, Space Jump at Idaku. It's definitely a nice find. Nothing super good in terms of like what it can give you, but definitely nice. If the runners want to, they have a really easy way of traversing the moat now, so if any of the runners decides to do a early wreck chip, that's going to be their go-to item.
Yeah, that definitely makes getting to wreck chip a lot easier. Wonder if anyone will choose to do that.
I mean, we have some really high-tier runners here in this race, so definitely people that are capable of doing a pretty low percent wreck chip. Yeah, we'll see.
Well, now with 2 packs of supers, missing that first pack of supers won't be a problem for Ivan now.
Yeah, he is. He's pretty well set up. Might be a little bit behind once it goes to like chargeless boss fights, if that's going to be a thing. But yeah, Darko showing us the high jumpless Blue Gate glitch here. A nice early item extra, gets it like 4th try, very nice. That is a pixel perfect jump, and aligning yourself with that wall there out of the jump can be pretty difficult. Only gets rewarded with an E-Tank, but still nice.
Firebreaker got it pretty quickly too.
Yeah, he and Darko are like 10 to 15 seconds apart from each other right now. Definitely pretty close on their side. Oh, and total I'm not sure if he wanted to fall down there. In the practice race earlier, he complained about falling down there, so I'm not sure if that was purpose. I don't think it was. But at least we're gonna see the best sprites in the entire game, the Idakuns.
Little green koalas.
Yeah. Ivan now also on the green gate glitch. Having a little bit of difficulty there. Has 2 more attempts at this. And he did not get it. Which is not too bad since we know it's only an E-tank, so even if he decides to just skip it, it's not too bad, but first of all those attempts will cost him definitely a lot of time, and also he's out of supers now, which is never a nice thing, especially that early you need them. And Firebreaker looks like he's gonna go down to check X-ray, whereas Darko is gonna make his way up to the wrecked ship, it seems. So, or he's just gonna get some extra minus, but I think we're gonna see some early wrecked ship action here by Darko.
Yeah, I think checking X-ray early is always a good bet if you're in the area.
It's right there with speed booster. It's super free to check, so no problem. Also, there's actually a pretty decent chance that there's a suit there. Like, when I say pretty decent, it's like maybe just a fraction of a percentage point higher than like other spots, but it's not bad. And Screw Attack, that is...
Screw Attack is definitely a good pickup.
That will also make stuff like wrecked ship and lower warfare easier, so I could definitely understand if Firebreaker would decide to go up to wrecked ship now with that Screw Attack find, since Fantoon will be super easy since you can just Screw Attack through the flames. Ivan also deciding to check the X-ray path, and Darko continuing his way up to the wrecked ship. So already pretty cool route directions on that race. We're not sure what Toll is going to do next. As I know his routing, I'm assuming he's also going to go down since he doesn't have speed booster. And that's definitely a downside of wrecked ship first in Darko's situation right here. He can check all 4 of the majors there, but he can only obtain 3 since he doesn't have speed booster. Oh, and Varia suit for Firebreaker.
Yeah,
That is nice. A nice find. Looks like Toll is also gonna go down. And Ivan, after finding that Screw Attack, decides to go up to the wrecked ship. Wait, where's... Is Firebreaker going up again with that barrier suit? Looks like it. So far it seems that we have 3 people going up. That is interesting. Really interesting decision from Firebreaker here. Going up with that suit. I can understand it though, like, with Various suit and Screw Attack you have such a good setup for a very clean wreck ship. You're not gonna have to worry about the spikes or anything since you're gonna have only a 4th of the damage you would usually take with Various suit. And Screw Attack makes just everything a lot easier as well. So far, 3 of the 4 runners are going up. Wonder what Total is gonna do.
I hope he picks up Varia and then decides to go to lower Norfair. That's what I want to see.
I know he's definitely capable of going to Norfair, even with his current equipment. He could just do high jump, his lava dive, and just do the rest of Norfair. And at that point, the extra supers that Total has right now really pay off. He only needs 1 more super pack, and even Ridley will be just pretty much a cakewalk for him right there. Darko with a nice job on Fantoon here definitely has the hardest Ridley fight of all of those runners here. No Screw Attack, no Varia suit. Just pretty much low percent, really, right there for him.
We have our first boss down.
Yeah. And Total as the only one deciding to go down. Continuing his way into Great Snare, and probably after that, directly to Norfair. Oh, and Firebreaker going to ship. Oh, even going to Gauntlet. That is interesting. Not gonna find there what he wants, but at this point it's yet not too far out of the way, so getting that extra knowledge to not having to backtrack even further is definitely nice. And with Screw Attack, clearing Gauntlet, especially with Space Jump, is just super free.
Ivan's one of my heroes, but at this point I'm rooting for Total because of his routing choices. I definitely will prefer his approach here.
Yeah, I would have taken the same route, but if... Oh, okay, but I was just about to say, if Gravity Suit is in Wrecked Ship, but yeah, Gravity Suit is in Wrecked Ship, Darko, just finding it here at right side super spot. That either means a lot of backtracking for Total, or he finds the sufficient items to be super smooth. So that is definitely a find that everyone who goes Wrecked Ship first wants to see, that exact Gravity Suit. And Darko, he's in a pretty good spot right now. And so is Ivan with an amazing Fantoon fight. Like, couldn't even blink. Jeez, that was quick. Okay. Spring Ball. Sorry, Spring Ball? Best item in the game.
Spring Ball?
Oh, and Darko not even bothering checking the remaining Wrecked Ship items. That is a super risky play, especially since he doesn't know where Varia is.
Yeah, that's an interesting decision.
I mean, it might at this point really well pay off for him. We know like all the essential items except for Charge Beam, but that is definitely an interesting choice. Ivan also picking up his Varia, his Gravity Suit. Total getting another E-Tank.
That's kind of an interesting gamble Darko took, because one of the biggest drawbacks to early Wrecked Ship is either if there's something at the reserve that you can't get without speed, or the time it takes going through gravity and getting those two items. So just taking the gamble of hoping there's nothing at those two items is a... I mean, it's a smart but risky play.
Oh yeah, for sure. Maybe he feels like he needs to take that extra gamble to compete against Firebreaker.
Like, it definitely pays off if there's nothing good at those two items. Saves a ton of time.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, at this point, the only really, like, essential item... Oh, well, actually two. Like, we still need to see something to traverse Batum Hallway. We haven't seen Speed or Ice. Or, obviously, Charge Beam. But the other items would not be that super fast, especially since you have to consider that you kind of need to go through the bowling statue animation to get Gravity Suit item. Getting through Spike Room of Death and all that stuff also takes quite a while, so definitely pretty slow items to skip there, but as you said, it's a pretty risky choice to make.
So Ivan saw the E-Tank and didn't even pick it up.
Interesting decision. Yeah, but he's gonna pick up those other items as it seems. Darko now going down to Red Tower again. He's probably gonna go to Crate next. Oh, and high jump for Total. That is pretty nice.
This is the last piece of the puzzle to make lower Norfair convenient.
Yeah. Screw Attack, Space Jump, high jump boots, just makes it so free. Even another super pack, so he will not have like any trouble just clearing out low Norfair super quickly. And I'm just trying to kind of think ahead right now. Like, I can imagine, like, Red Chip at this point for total is super far out of the way, but we know that gravity is there. So if he gets maybe a few more items, like Ice Beam, Grapple, he's at a very good spot to maybe attempt Suitless Meridia, which would save him the backtrack to the Red Chip that is otherwise inevitable. But, well, we'll see. I'm pretty sure that total at this point is just gonna head to Lower Norfair next, unless he decides to check. Ah, yeah, he's going down. Doesn't even worry about saving before. All good. Total is definitely pretty good at the lava dive with and without high jump, so no struggle there. And grapple at... Oh man, grapple at gravity. So
that pretty much rules out the Suitless Meridia option for total. He's gonna have to backtrack.
He could still do it, but it would just be super slow, so total will have to do that backtrack to Wreck Chip anyways. So in this case, Wreck Chip early definitely paid off for the free runners that decided to go there. Oh yeah, sorry for the confusion in chat. He obviously doesn't need to backtrack there since he's never been there. But at this point, what Total is probably going to aim for is, or what he would wish for, is a Kraid, Ridley, Dragon, and a Phantom Rod, which would be pretty much optimal, just from like how the times would be between the different areas. But he can't do Dragon without the stuff that is in Wreck Chip, so he will have to do. You will pretty much have to go past Meridia to the Wreck Chip, and then go back to the Meridia and then to G4, which is a lot slower than just doing Meridia right away and then Wreck Chip, but that's not an option for him.
Right, you weren't saying backtracking because he didn't go to Wreck Chip. It wasn't backtracking to Wreck Chip. It was a lot of backtracking in the route, like going up and down Red Tower.
Yeah, like that, exactly. Also, pretty interesting choice here. Darko, even though he has both suits, is deciding to do Meridia before going to Kraid and then Lower Norfair. So that's definitely an interesting choice here. Ivan now finding his Varia suit will be very happy about that find.
I wonder if he's doing that just because he wants all the miners, because Meridia has a lot of easily accessible miner items you can pick.
Oh yeah, that is very true. Might also be just how used to you are to routes, like any percent route usually does Meridia after Wreck Chip, but yeah, looks like he really just opted for those miners and this one major, and he's probably gonna go down again now. I'm not sure what Total found at Screw Attack. Apparently nothing important. Total making good use of that Screw Attack, going down into the depths of Lower Norfair and heading to Ridley. Ivan now coming up on Great Quick Hill, nails it with the two missile method. Nicely done. Let's see if Darko can also hit that.
Yeah, Total's just flying through Lower Norfair with the wave jump Screw Attack combo. Space jump Screw Attack.
Yeah, such nice items to have. And again, his ammo is looking really good at this point. He shouldn't have like any major problems fighting Ridley without having to farm too much. And Darko, unfortunately, invalidating his run by not picking up Spring Ball. Very unfortunate, but that's going to be an automatic win for Firebreaker. So GG.
Yeah, without that validation, it means he's going to have to pay for his parking.
Yeah. And Firebreaker looks like he is going to check the major at Wrecked Ship Reserve by checking it from below. Alright. Now Total needs a lot of super missile drops. Ivan is gonna get his vanilla high jump boots soon. And after that, he's... Again, they need one more item, something to traverse Bothoon Hallway. And a lot more ammo or charge beam, but that's pretty much it. Total now at 30 super missiles, heading into that fight. Has kind of a bit of leniency. With his missiles, he can miss 3 supers. Has 2 power bombs to equal even more shots out. Firebreaker now being done with the wreck ship and heading down as well.
Looks like Total missed 1 super, but that shouldn't be a problem. He has plenty of missiles.
Yeah. Really good performance on that fight for sure. And he's dead. Good job to Total. Now the question is, how much of Upper Norfair is Ivan gonna check before heading down to Lower Norfair? He definitely has the equipment at this point to just head there right away.
Yeah, the location of Speed Booster and Ice could have a huge outcome on the way this race goes down.
Most definitely. Might even see some Crocomire visits, even though we had a pretty generous seat so far. Consider it, well, that is if you did Wrecked Ship first. Either way, what's really nice about the seat is the movement options. You have normal bombs, high jump boots, space jump, screw attack, even spring ball, so you're not really limited in your movement anymore at that point. It's really just where the items are.
Yeah, a lot of nice quality of life movement options.
And it looks like Ivan is going to check more Upper Norfair stuff before heading down. Now another question this is really going to come down to is how fast is Total going to decide to go to the wrecked ship over just doing like hover stuff. Darko also deciding to do some Bubble Mountain clear up first. Total just getting more E-tanks. And Firebreaker now on the parade fight.
I've been not happy to see the reserve tanks.
All the trash tanks. Another E-tank on Darko's side at the reserve tank. So none of the key items that the players want here. We haven't seen Wave yet, and we also haven't seen Crocomire yet, so those are still spots that are like kind of available. Yeah, and Total looks like he is preparing for a chargeless seat, picking up more and more ammo on the way. Keeps checking those minor item locations. Definitely not a bad decision to bank on those early, before you realize that you will have to check like Spring Ball or Plasma for Charge Beam. Oh, and Speed Booster at Wave. So there we have something to traverse Bothoon Hallway. And aside from ammo or firepower, Ivan is in go mode now. Shooting Total is gonna check that right now. Yes, he is. Yeah, Darko just farming up a little bit. He is at full health, but I'm assuming he wants just those full supers to be prepared for Norfair now, for lower Norfair, to be able to face off Ridley rather quickly without having to farm like majorly before his rune. Since that's like pretty slow if you don't have grapple beam or anything to farm the box really quickly.
Yeah, that spot he was just farming is probably a little bit faster.
Darko now on the way to pick up his speed booster. And Ivan is gonna go down to lower Norfair now. Firebreaker just entering upper Norfair is gonna start his cleanup soon. I don't know, if Firebreaker decides to go to lower Norfair a lot quicker than Darko is, he might even be gaining a little bit of time there. Since like the speed booster item is like right on the exit of lower Norfair, so he'll get that most likely anyways. So really curious to see how much he's gonna farm before heading there. We saw Total so far being the only one who really skipped upper Norfair cleanup before going to lower Norfair.
With only having Wave Beam, I think a good play for Ivan would just be to not skip any more, not check any more majors, and just grab as many supers as he can.
That is definitely a thing. We know that upper Norfair and lower Norfair pretty much only holds E-tanks. So obviously you want a few of those, but the miners here definitely have their worth. We've seen quite a bunch of supers. Total already at 35, if I read that correctly. So he's already starting up to bank quite a lot. Firebreaker getting his high jump boots, and Ivan on his way down to GT, only finding Spazer, but he will get it. And I think I missed that, but I think Darko skipped the GT item. It just went straight to the right there. So it looks like, I don't know, that is a pretty quick major item pickup, so maybe he is in fact like thinking about just not checking any more majors, like you said, just gonna pick up more miners, hope that he gets enough ammo for Mother Brain 3 and for Mother Brain 2, and then he is in fact in go mode. And we're gonna see some Crocomire action on Total screen right now. Definitely an understandable choice. He knows that if Gravity is not in lower Norfair, he's probably gonna be behind anyone who did direct ship first. So he has to make some kind of gamble to even that out a little bit. Oh, and Ivan with the nice play of checking Mickey Mouse missiles because he doesn't have enough supers yet. Rarely ever see runners going there, but with Screw Attack and Springball, that's a rather quick check. So definitely not a bad call here. Alright, so what do we have here for Total? Another E-tank, and he's not even bothering with it. Oh, and Total with the first try Spark Suit.
Very nice.
Gee. Showing us off this nice blue Samus right here. That looks always funny with Crocomire right in there. Darko finishing off those ninja pirates with super missiles. He's at a max of 40 right now, I think, yeah. So With his current 29, he won't have to farm up a lot more, and even if he starts to, he has a nice leeway for the Ridley fight. Shouldn't have any major issues with that, and Ivan with a nice double KO.
Ivan was about to pass up the missiles he found at Power Bombs of Shame, but he smartly realized he needs a few regular missiles too.
Yeah, definitely nice to have an extra safety for Ridley, and if it's gonna end up with a chargeless seed, then those missiles will also definitely help with Mother Brain. Oh, and Total, unfortunately,
wasted the suit.
Yeah, nothing good for Total. Skipping X-ray, it seems. Yeah, now the question is, what is Total gonna do? He could do some... Like, he could go to Mama Total rather easily. He doesn't need Grapple Beam for that, but I'm not sure if he's actually gonna take that risk, or if he's just gonna go to Wreck Chip right away. Which definitely has, for his current information, the highest chance of having a Gravity Suit, which is pretty much all he needs.
He has to feel he's behind at this point.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think he's going to be super zero. It's a risk that could theoretically be worth it, just not in this case. And the bird goes down for Ivan. Had a pretty good fight there, just as well as Darko had. And they're all now only one boss short of finishing. Nice Alpha Spark by Total. Firebreaker still has up and off with cleanup. So are we gonna see Total heading to Waterway? Yes, we are. Honestly, want to say that Waterway is not a bad decision for Total at this point. It's one of the few items we have not seen yet. We know there is no charge beam.
Not too far out of the way.
Yeah, and plus it could be charge beam. And if it's charge beam, it's like pretty much set that Ivan is not gonna see that ever, because he's just gonna go to Meridia now, pick up more ammo or charge or like something on the way. And if that ends up being charge beam, that might put Total back into the game.
Yeah, he could save a lot of time with the miners. He could skip.
Firebreaker now heading into Low Warfare. Alright, what do we have for Total here? Oh, called it!
It is charge beam. That makes this very interesting.
Quote me. Yeah, alright. That is... I mean, of course Ivan has... There is a chance that Ivan is going to go down there, but it is pretty unlikely that he's going to go that far out of the way just to get charge beam, even considering that he's even checking extra miners on this way, like we saw him checking those power bombs here, being supers. He's full on the train of just skipping charge beam right away.
Yeah, there's like no chance Ivan will check that.
Yeah, I don't think so either, and
I don't think he's expecting to need charge either. He knows he's going to be going for supers.
Yeah. I mean, at this point, though... Wait, let me... honestly, this... I can't even read this. Is this 25 or 35? I think it's... Okay, so I think Ivan has 40 max supers now. 20 max missiles. So he will need a bunch more ammo. Like, at least 6 packs. So that's already quite a bunch. Plus he needs to find them. He has to guarantee that it's, like, a lot of supers. Yeah, that might cost Ivan a lot of time. It looks like Total is going to go up to the wrecked ship now. And since we know that gravity is the very first item at the wrecked ship that he can check, this might actually be not too slow for Total. He will just kill the ghost, get gravity engine, head right out and go to Meridia, I'd imagine. Oh, and also something that chat just made me aware of. Since the runners don't have ice yet, they need to use they need to use power bombs on the Metroids. And Ivan at this point only has 5 max power bombs, so he'll either need to pick up a few extra packs, or he'll take a massive gamble on those Metroid rooms.
Yeah, he basically needs all 3 types of miners at this point.
Yeah. For now, going to Crocomire though, hoping for Charge Beam, it seems. Darko not struggling with that, and just going straight to Meridia. Firebreaker is on his way to Ridley.
I'd say with the Charge Beam pickup, and with Total already having 15 power bombs, I'd say he's ahead of us.
Yeah, for sure. I want to say if Ivan goes to Waterway now, after Batoon, it might be pretty even out, but unless Ivan has some extremely good RNG with the upcoming miners and some extremely good execution, it looks like Total is ahead at this point. And yeah, Darko also just grinding down these miners at this point, checking the 2 Aqueduct items, not a bad choice.
Yes, we're gonna see some X Factors.
Ooh, nice. Something you rarely ever see in Randomizer, but I like that. Let's hope for a fancy 2-round X Factor. Oh, and even getting it fast. Oh, gets the first X in without any problems. Darko in the meanwhile having a very nice Batoon fight. And Ivan just heading down to his final upper north item. Ah, and one of the flames got flame named there. That's unfortunate. And another one just flying around. Oh, an Ice Beam at Batoon E-Tank. Shoutouts to the guy who called it in chat. So yeah, none of the runners won't have to worry about power bombs anymore, since that is like right on the way.
Much faster.
Yeah, don't think that any of the runners will actually skip it, but yeah. That is definitely a pretty nice find. And will put Total, with his charge beam, even more ahead, since with his extra firepower, the charge beams will... well, with that he will only have to take, I think it's 60 shots on Mother Brain, instead of however many you need with Spacer Wave. Probably a lot more.
The Ice Beam also makes it a much easier Zeb skip than the Speed Booster.
That is very true. Darko now being the first one heading into the Dragon fight. Has Speed Booster, high jump, so and a lot of E-Tanks, so he could make for a nice Speed Booster kill. And Total gets his Gravity Suit. He will be very happy.
Now in 100% go mode.
Yeah, he is definitely in go mode if any of the runners is. But I assume Total is just going to leave Wrecked Ship now. He doesn't really have a point of exploring it anymore, since the remaining items are pretty far away. And yeah, he's just leaving right away. Definitely not a bad choice.
Yeah, I think that's the right.
And Firebreaker now on his Ridley fight while Darko takes out the shrimp.
Reverse Ocean Fly.
I love that. And the shrimp is dead. Firebreaker needs to watch out with his ammo. Has a lot of missiles as leeway, but still needs to watch out to not miss too many supers. Especially since really just barely reached the halfway point, and he has missed quite a few. Has power bombs though. 15 power bombs is definitely not a bad count. So let's see. Hope the rest of the fight goes well. Alright, Firebreaker. No, Rid is already down. On Firebreaker's stream, it seems. Yeah, he's dead. Just needs to be picked up. There we go. Good job to Firebreaker.
I've been not taking the E-tank at Mama Turtle, but he probably should have checked the miner to the right there.
Yeah, at that point it would have been a really fast pickup, and he's still... Well, it's only at 40 supers max. We'll need a bunch more ammo to make up for the lack of charge. And Total at this point has already closed up to Total, only being one room behind at this point. Plus he has the advantage of Charge Beam. So he's probably gonna surpass him in probably an Aqueduct when Ivan is gonna check the 2 extra miners. Darko on the other hand has a lot more ammo than Ivan has. I can really not read the max numbers. I think it's 50 and 55. Might be a 4. Can't really see it on the restream. No, I think it's a 55, yeah. So he only needs... well, honestly, he doesn't need anything. With this with his count, he would be fine, but he's definitely off well. Checking a few more miners on the way.
I think this is a good demonstration of the superiority of Lower Norfair over early Wrecked Ship, because even though Wrecked Ship did have gravity, the amount of time that Total saves by not having to check all these items in Meridia and in the Wrecked Ship is huge.
That is the thing. All the Norfair items, like, not only are there a lot of Norfair items, but also are they pretty dense and not too far away. If you think about the Wrecked Ship items, you have only 4. And 2 of them are behind a bowling statue, plus the reserve tank takes like another minute due to the robots, the Shinesborg. It's like, the items are pretty far away and take very long each individually. And Total finds his Ice Beam.
He's happy to see that.
Yeah. Sure. His firepower is pretty decent for the upcoming Mother Brain fight. And Ivan checking more miners. He's slowly getting to the point though where he can really have a lot of comfortable ammo. Darko now checking a few more miners here at Criteria. Definitely not a bad choice. He has the power bombs here directly at the top. He has 2 more miners at Gauntlet, which are pretty on the way, I want to say. So, if those are just a few missiles or a few supers, he's fine. Firebreaker also checking more miners. I don't think we're gonna see Firebreaker checking Waterway either. Like with Firebreaker, Darko, and Ivan all doing Wrecked Ship first, there's really no point of them going to Waterway since it's that far away from him. Ivan also getting his... not skipping his Ice Beam. Very nice choice. Well, it won't give him anything in terms of firepower, obviously, but his Metroid Dreams are just going to be so much faster with Ice. Especially since he only has 5 power bombs at this point, so definitely not a bad choice picking those up.
Total demonstrating a textbook Dragon kill.
Oh yeah, that was very good. Was that 2 in blue? Oh no! He pressed dash and lost the blue suit. Whatever. That Dragon fight was still amazing. Nice little high five by Total and Ivan there. Probably the last one we're gonna see in this race.
That Total's way ahead now. He's passed him up, and he has a much less checking of items to do.
Oh yeah. Firebreaker now heading out of Northfair, and Darko with his nice minor management. Like, really props to him. He did a great job managing getting that many miners just on the way. He's ready for Turian now. So as you can see right there, like just getting charged over someone who doesn't get charged doesn't make you automatically faster. Like Darko is still pretty decently ahead of Total, just because he did a really good job with managing when he's going to pick up more miners. Like, as long as you start to think about that early, you'll mostly end up fine. Ivan also with a pretty good Dragon fight so far, really nailing those Shrine Sparks at the right spot. Just finished him, shrimp off with super missiles, and he has his final boss down. Only one super pack short of being able to kill Mother Brain.
Yeah, he has enough missiles, all he needs is one pack of supers.
And another E-Tank. So refilling before the fight, before going to Turian. Definitely not a bad decision. He had like 10 and 10, I think, which is like pretty much really good going into Turian. But that extra firepower, the extra supers he will have, will definitely speed up the fight,
because it's 60 charge shots to just use the charge beam. Those supers will make things like that.
Yeah, he can easily finish like 1/3 of a fight just with his ammo, like pretty quickly. So that's definitely not a bad choice. Plus the extra health refill is nice. He could eventually even opt for Baby Skip if he wants to, if he has some good Metroid frames, but we'll see. Speaking about Metroid Skip, Darko just at the Metroid, validating his run by facing right, saving those 40 frames.
Total saving a few frames by pausing during the elevator.
And it looks like Ivan has yet not... Wait, is that left side template or right side template? No, that's left side, so he unfortunately has not yet given up on the hunt for charge beam, checking another major here.
That'll give him the last super pack he needed.
Yeah, that is true. Might have been opting to check right side with 2 miners, but that little chance of getting charge beam there would have been it, but it's just X-ray, which is pretty much useless at this point.
I'm guessing vanilla plasma, but I guess we'll see when we watch the credits.
Oh yeah. Firebreaker also checking that major. Deciding to skip it. And also not going for the super missile here. Oh, Darko going for a speed booster escape. Though he has ice beam. It's pretty cool. It's unfortunately slower, even though it looks a lot more sexy. Total also facing right, validating his run. No problem. And Firebreaker going to Shack Tool. Always love to see when chat is hyped because of Shack Tool. Worst NPC in the game, but whatever.
Yeah, he's hoping for a charge, but he's going to be disappointed.
I mean, it could be Plasma Beam. Not that it's going to be of any worth, but...
Yeah, Plasma would be nice if he had charge, but without it, it's not very useful.
It's an E-Tank. And Firebreaker is
He's
obviously stunned by this amazingly looking E-Tank right there. And Darko now... Oh! Shot quite a few missiles there against the ceiling. I think he's still fine. But that might have been just a few too many. Oh no, he's fine. Never mind. What am I saying? Not even struggling, dude. Alright. Total now on his way easier charge beam. Kill of Mother Brain. And Ivan heading into Turian. Ivan making a pretty quick job out of that those Metroid dreams. Totally utilizing his remaining ammo. That chip refill was definitely worth it. Finishing that last phase off with supers makes it a lot quicker, a lot easier.
I want to give props to Total for the mental math that he did to calculate exactly how many charge shots he needed before using the amount of supers he had. He had it calculated.
That was pretty good. all the things going on Darko's stream. Whereas Firebreaker just finished off Baltoon getting rewarded with Ice Beam. This anime girl, dude, it's very confusing. Ivan also missing the baby escape. Validating is run by facing right, so no struggles there yet. And Firebreaker on his way to finish off the final boss of his run. Also, 2 baby Metroids on one screen. So, that's pretty cool. Alright, the bunny enemy girl is apparently disappeared. Probably got eaten by the Metroid, I'm not sure. Might have been a little midnight snack right there. Total, just finishing off with a cutscene, just has MB3 left. Darko already in his escape. About to finish here. Whereas Ivan, since he only had 40 and 60, which is the bare minimum, had to open all the doors with missiles, now has to refill at the refill station, and then can take off on the brain. Curious to see if he's gonna save before doing so. And Darko is done with a official SRO race time of 59:41. GG to Darko for taking this first race against Firebreaker.
Yeah, that was an excellent run by Darko.
Yeah, he executed this really well. Did definitely the best route here. Paid off very well for him, and did an amazing job with managing his minors here on the way. That was really well executed. Alright, and Ivan here with another rain fight. I'm not sure if he missed any shots so far, or if any got sniped, but he has 4 missiles worth of damage leeway. So that's like 1 super and 1 missile, and there's the 1 super. So he cannot miss any more supers and 1 more missile. And congrats to Total for finishing off second. First against Ivan, obviously, with a time of 1 hour and 34 seconds. GG Total for that victory against Ivan. And Ivan, minimalist Mother Brain 2, finishing off very nicely done.
Yeah, very well played by Total. Very good at decision making and routing.
Yeah, that charge beam going to Waterway there, definitely something that really gave him a big advantage over Ivan at that time. And then the decision to immediately go to Gravity and then heading out of Red Chip right away. Definitely good routing by him here. So yeah, those were both the first races of the best of 3s, Firebreaker vs Darko and Ivan vs Total. We're actually going to have all 3 of the matches from those 2 matchups in a row. We're going to have the second race right after this one, after all run is finished. And yeah, you're going to definitely see the outcomes of those matches just today. Also, Ivan's comment on SRL, just waiting for the idiot Metroid to die so I can finish. So if you like Baby Metroid, make sure to post some baby thump in chat for the idiot Metroid on Ivan's side that just apparently gave his life for Ivan. Not even appreciating it, dude. Not even appreciating it.
Well, I love the Baby Metroid as much as anyone, but it is pretty dumb that when it leaves, that it comes back at the end. Like, couldn't it just get away?
Yeah, but how would she defeat Mother Brain? She can only be harmed by her own weapons. And
no, I mean, like, even after it powers up Samus, it leaves the screen. Then it comes back to take 1 more shot and die.
No, but I mean, you only get the power beam by the baby dying. Like, with its particles.
No, it drains the power from Mother Brain and gives it to you, and then it could have gotten away.
Is it not the, well, I mean, the rainbow just starts, like, after the baby, like, latches, like, explodes and drains, like, all onto you. I always thought that was, like, some DNA...
I don't think the death has anything to do with it. I think it was the energy transfer thing.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. Either way, let's, Ivan now on his escape. Firebreaker checking Plasma Beam. I don't think we've seen that in this seed already. Vanilla Plasma Beam. %35% for total. That's not bad. Alright, and Ivan has just finished as well with a time of 1:04:33. GG. And Ivan says, please tell me Charge wasn't at Pink Prince or E-Tank. Well, rip Ivan. And looks like Firebreaker is forfeiting? He didn't forfeit yet, but he's there like talking about where items are, and he's talking about stopping, so I assume he's gonna... yeah, he just forfeited. So GG to Firebreaker as well. And yeah, we're gonna see the second matches very soon. Oh man, Darko is playing Tetris Attack 2. I love that game. I played that so much. This is such a good multiplayer game. Like, this is like one of the very few games that I like regularly play on netplay, like online. It like actually still has a... It's surprising for how old this game is, but it has such a active online community with like so many players just playing online. It's kind of funny. Yo, and Darko is like apparently pretty decent. It's cool. Getting off those combos here.
I was right about the vanilla plasma beam.